All right, people, welcome to the Robert Greene Book Club. And in today's chapter, we're going to be reviewing from The Art of Seduction how to send mixed signals. Now, people, remember, this is not about manipulation, this is about learning about psychology. So let's see what Robert Greene has to say, and I'm going to stop the audiobook as to give my comments, okay? And if you're not on Patreon and you're watching this on YouTube, become a Patreon supporter for $5 a month. You could become a Patreon supporter and get access to all of the Robert Greene videos. We're going to be going over all of his books, people. So we're trying to finish The Art of Seduction and Power, because I think these are the most relatable one. But after that, we're going to be trying to do the 33 Strategies of War, all that kind of stuff. So if you guys want to check it out, become a Patreon supporter, or else I'm closing the channel. I swear to God. All right, let's begin this.
Send mixed signals. Once people are aware of your presence and perhaps vaguely intrigued, you need to stir their interest before it settles on someone else.
So you see, that's the key, right? Once somebody has some interest, this strategy does not work when the person doesn't give a fuck about you. When the person doesn't care if you're there or not, they don't care whether or not you send mixed signals. Like, you can send me all the mixed signals that you want. If I don't want you, that's not like you're not affecting anything. You're just wasting my time. You're wasting your time. So there has to be some interest.
What is obvious and striking may attract their attention at first, but that attention is often short-lived. In the long run, ambiguity is much more potent. Most of us are much too obvious. Instead, be hard to figure out.
You see, and that's the thing, is that in today's world, everything is given to us. All of the answers are given to us. People don't really have any mysterious images. Like, people are not that mysterious anymore because we have cut off all the distance. We know where people are going. We know what they like, what they don't like. And so a lot of the natural human curiosity that people have has been completely stripped away. We have lost the art of staying mysterious. It's kind of like people find, like, for example, people who go to China. If you're black and you go to China, you'll notice that people would just take pictures of you. People would just stare at you. Even me in Europe, people are curious about me more than in America. But I think it's because I just look. They think I'm some celebrity. Like, they think I'm like ex-tentacion. I'm like, yo, that dude is dead. Like, oh my god. Anyways, and and people see that as like racist. That the fact that a black person goes to China, even it might be racism, to be honest with you, but they go to China and they just stare at them and they want to take pictures with them. That's because those people, they're curious. That's how humans really are. When humans naturally should be in a state of curiosity, and we have, because it's healthy for us, and we have stripped other humans of the ability to be curious, because we are impatient, all because we want to get people to like us. So we put all of our personality out there, we put all of our intentions out there, and we forget the part that people need a mystery, and you create a mystery through sending mixed signals.
Send mixed much too obvious. Instead, be hard to figure out. Send mixed signals, both tough and tender, both spiritual and earthy, both innocent and cunning. A mix of qualities suggests depth, which fascinates even as it confuses.
For example, a mixed signal that was Rasputin, right? He was a spiritual man, right? He gave the air of spirituality. So when you saw him, you thought that he was a holy man. But then when you got to know him, you knew this dude wanted to fuck. You knew this dude was a sex addict. You knew this dude was like just had a holy dizzy. So you have this man and you're in front of him and he looks spiritual, but you know that underneath that spirituality, there's a beast that's waiting to come out. And that creates a mixed signal. It's almost like imagine me, right? Imagine that I'm this, but imagine I'm also a murderer, right? Oh my god, that's horrible. That's like a horrible example. A perfect example is like the girl who looks like a nice girl. She's an angel, but she's a freak under the sheets, right? It's one thing for her to look like a freak on the outside and be a freak on the inside. It's actually more fascinating to look like a super nice girl on the outside and be a freak on the inside. One, it maintains your reputation. but also it gives a guy an experience of like, oh my god, like she is so interesting. It's like it's a paradox and it's really attractive. Or let's just say somebody is it's a perfect example is like I dated this Christian girl who I was like, you know what, she may not be that into the things that I'm into, but I like her personality, so I'll go out with her. When I started going out with this chick, man, she was crazier than I was. She wanted to bring other girls in. I'm like, isn't that against the Lord? I'm like, holy shit. This chick is not what I expected. I expected the holy Jesus. Instead, it was just a fucking crazy. It was insanity. But it was because she fascinated me because of just how mixed signal it was. Another one is I dated this girl who from the outside she looked lesbian, right? She looked like one of those hot lesbians that a lot of girls like, short hair. You know, she tries to be a man, but she got the body of a woman. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like she could tell. She even tries to get the haircut, even the way she walks. Like she fucking rode a motorcycle. Like all of her mannerisms, even when she dated chicks, she was like a man. Like she takes pictures with girls where the girl's ass is right here, and you know she's holding them. She's holding her. Imagine these are her legs. You see her ass. She's fucking takes selfies. Like she's holding a girl's ass. Like I'm like, yo, this chick is like she is a dominant dyke. But then when she was my friend, but then I started noticing she was into me. And then we started actually going out. I was shocked. I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked. But my God, was this girl the most submissive girl I have ever seen in my life? I mean, and honestly, you would have never guessed that she was that submissive. And it worked. Why? Because she had a front of dominance. But when you actually got to know her, she was honestly the most she with women she was dominant, but with men it appeared to be that she was more of a submissive, super feminine, do whatever you want with me. And that, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw her in real life, like just talking, I'm like, yo, people have no idea how this chick really is. And that, I'm not gonna lie, it just fascinated me. It made me so attracted to her because it was just such a contrast, such a beautiful, and those qualities were so opposing that it just created a spark. It's like the friction that creates the heat, right? And so if you're somebody that, let's just say you're a woman and you're a dominant woman, for example, right? Or a dominant man. If you're a dominant man, have an air of femininity so that when a woman sees you, she expects you that you're feminine, but when she gets to know you, you're dominant. A perfect example of that was Prince. Prince looked like a feminine dude from the way he looked. But when he talked, you could tell that he was dominant. And that contrast made him attractive. Another example is I know a dude many years ago. He looked gay as hell, man. Like this dude was gay to the point that when I saw him, every time he looked at me, he gave me this look every time he saw me. He was like, and I'm like, yo, this dude really wants to bang me. I'm like, yo, this dude really wants to bang me. And I'm not gonna lie, like he was a nice guy, but I'm like, yo, I can't get too close because he just looked at me like. But then I fucking realized, oh, this mosquito, die, nigga. But then I fucking realized he was straight, straight as it comes. This dude was banging every girl that I knew, And when I talked to one of my female friends, I was like, yo, like, is he straight or gay? She was like, no, he's straight. And I'm like, how straight? He was like, yo, this dude is so straight. Like she was like, she was like, the shit that I do, he likes the shit that guys like. I'm like, oh my God, I would have never guessed. And even the women told me, because I knew two people that he was with, I asked them, because I'm a curious guy, and they said that what they liked about him the most was the fact that he looked feminine, but when you actually talk to him, he was a dominant dude. And that mixed signal, that mixture made him attractive. It made him more interesting than other guys. And I completely understand. I completely understand that. And it could be the opposite, where the man looks like a dominant guy, but he's actually feminine. It's whoever you are on the inside, show the opposite. If you're an asshole, give an air of spirituality. If you're a spiritual person, give an air of assholeness. That will send a type of mixed signals that people will see you and say, okay, like this is very interesting.
An elusive, enigmatic aura will make people want to know more, drawing them into your circle. Create such a power by hinting at something contradictory within you. Nothing can proceed in seduction unless you can attract and hold your victim's attention, your physical presence becoming a haunting mental presence.
The physical presence. And this the mixed signal isn't just, well, it's not just physical, but a big part is physical, right? Another part is your personality. Or it could be the habits that you have, right? Where let's just say you are for example, I saw a picture of this guy. Let me see. I think I have a screenshot of it. Is of a guy with a lot of tattoos, right? And they call him the baddie with a heart, right? That's what they call him. They call him the baddie with a heart. I'm trying to see I'm trying to find it right here. Fuck. It's not here. Okay, it's not here. Well, damn. Well, the point is that it's a man who has a lot of tattoos, looks like a rock guy, like a gothic guy, but he was carrying around a dog in a bag, right? And that type of mixed signal is fascinating. That type of mixed signal of you looking like a tough guy, but then you having this like type of feminine thing, you're wearing something feminine while you're looking masculine. That's like, oh my God, what like that's fascinating. It gets the attention, I suppose, for you to look a certain way and be a certain way. That's more, people like the inconsistent. It's almost like a plot twist in a movie, right? All right, people. So we're gonna continue this right now, but this is for people who are on YouTube. If you guys enjoy this, you can just click on the description down below and become a Patreon supporter for $5 a month. For you guys who know, I use that to pay for my college and stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna continue this and finish this chapter today. But yeah, if you guys want to get the full video, click on the description down below, and I'll see you there.